This is Duke University.
I love you already.
I'm going to trust you with the truth today. I'm afraid. There's the small fear I feel standing up here in front of all of you. And then there's the fear of leaving, of not knowing what this next chapter is going to look like. In case anyone else was freaking out a little bit, I just wanted you to know you're not alone. I also feel this ache in my heart, the good kind. Suddenly, I'm noticing all these little things about this place, things I've been loving all along without even knowing it. Duke really is an extraordinary place. Before we came here, we dreamed about it. You remember that? We wondered what it would be like, and now we know. Today, we are celebrating this extraordinary education. The opportunities we fought for, the ones that fell into our laps, the late nights, the epiphanies, and that thesis finally complete. We celebrate the moments we got to stand up and defend our research, when we showed our command of new languages and complex theories, when we moved an audience from the stage, played the game of a lifetime, or fiercely debated our country's policies. The moments all eyes were on us. The moments we were special. But this is not the whole story. We didn't just go to school for 2 or 4 or 6 years. We lived. There is this whole other education that has been running parallel to the one we recognize today. And it doesn't come with a degree or high honors or a job offer, but it deserves to be celebrated. This education was ordinary. It happened in everyday moments when we weren't being particularly brilliant or talented. For me, it happened in the first snowfall of my freshman year at Duke. I remember East Campus suddenly coming to life, people flooding out of their dorms and gathering on the quad, making snow angels in the half-inch of snow, and building tiny snowmen. I remember people who had never seen snow before crying tears of joy. This was back when we liked snow, everyone, yeah. I grew up with feet of snow every winter, but somehow I felt that joy. My ordinary education happened when I spent so much time in Grace's Cafe my junior year that now it's comforting to hear John behind the counter saying, "1 bubble tea, please." This education happened when we failed. We were weak. We slept too late. We let that kind professor down. We were rejected. We didn't apply for that fellowship or job because we thought maybe we just weren't good enough. It happened when we fell in love. When we didn't do the paper because our best friend asked us to stay and talk through something hard. When everyone was going somewhere amazing for spring break or spending the summer doing research, and we went home to watch our siblings grow up and our parents grow older. At Duke, we have learned from extraordinary and ordinary moments. I think the ordinary ones are more important. Yes, we have been learning to innovate and inspire, to analyze and investigate, but we have also been learning to tell the truth, to take responsibility for our mistakes, to be present with grief, and to forgive. We have been learning to be grown-ups. We've been learning to be human. You know, one of the first things I did as a Duke student was listen to Maya Angelou give the convocation address in the chapel. And I remember her telling us to carry around poems write them down on pieces of paper and put them in our bags or pockets. And that first week of school, I did. Because, I thought, Maya Angelou tells you to do something. You do it. So I spent that first week of school with a single line written on a scrap of paper in the front pocket of my backpack. It's from the Roman philosopher Terentius, and Maya Angelou had made it the focus of her speech that year. I am a human being. Nothing that is human can be alien to me. It stayed with me through all that Duke would have to offer me, through the extraordinary dream-come-true moments and the ordinary successes and failures that happen every day. When I was doing research in Nepal, I repeated it over and over again when I felt lost in a sea of people who seemed so different. And I remembered it with a jolt when I walked into the Office of Counseling and Psychological Services for the first time. Duke has taught me there is nothing in the range of human experience that is off limits. You may encounter yourself in a foreign way of life, and you may encounter the foreign in your own mind. Our greatest gifts are not the things that make us extraordinary. Our greatest gifts are the things that make us human. Our flaws and our vulnerabilities help us to connect, to understand, and to live in pursuit of justice for others. When we fail, we give others the chance to treat our humanness with grace and compassion. When we lose people, it's the ordinary things that become precious. A drive to the airport, a late-night conversation. As we say goodbye to Duke, I hope we will be grateful for our two educations, the one that earned us our degree and the one that taught us how to be human. I hope we will think back with love on our triumphs and our failures and the people who showed us kindness through both. Congratulations, class of 2014. You lived with joy, you learned with patience, and with every passing, ordinary day, you made Duke extraordinary.